What up, Depth Chart? It's your boy, Young Broadcaster, here on the set of the 2 Point Perspective with my co-host, Miles on the mic, Miles Sweeney. Miles, how you doing today, brother?
I'm doing all right.
Doing all
all right. Yeah.
Good,
Just
man.
making it through the week. How about you?
Oh, same thing. Just trying to get through the week. Had kind of an interesting day yesterday, but we are back today.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm ready to go.
Oh, I am too.
Yeah, I'm ready to go. I had a great day today.
Good.
Yeah. I actually won my works donut eating contest. I am the undefeated champion 6 years running.
Yeah.
So, yep. Everyone thought they could take me down today, but it was not even close. Actually, I kind of ran away with it.
I learned something new about you every day.
I know
a new niche.
Yep.
So
yeah, I've got a lot of useless skills, a lot of useless skills that don't translate to real life.
But it makes you interesting.
Yeah, but interesting doesn't pay the bills, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Let's jump right into our roster shakeup. First and foremost, we want to talk about this and put it out there. Just our thoughts go out to Marshawn Nealon's family. If you don't know, Marshawn Nealon was defensive lineman for the Dallas Cowboys, and he took his own life earlier this week. So, our thoughts are going out to his friends and family, and just wanted to put that out there before we jump right in.
Yeah.
Next on my list, man, for the roster shakeup, we got Jackson Dart. Jackson Dart has a concussion. Terrible news for the Giants. It's going to be Jameis Winston as the starter. Russ has been benched. It's hard to be benched when you only played basically the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Not even the whole fourth quarter, just like the end of it. Brian Dable is out as the head coach over there as well. Brian Dable finishes his career with the Giants 20-40-1. That's pretty pathetic as a head coach. The team has gone 2-8 this season. Not really surprised that he's gone. We were kind of waiting for the shoe to drop. It's going to be offensive coordinator Mike Kafka who's going to take over the play calling and the head coaching responsibilities. And again, not really surprised to see that they were one injury away, really. And we knew that. I do think though that the Giants can get somebody new in there. I'm not sure if Mike Kafka is going to be the guy. We'll have to see. No. The offense was doing well though. The offense has been doing well the last few weeks. It's the defense that's been struggling. So we'll see. Maybe they hand the reins over to Kafka and maybe he does a good job. But I think that there's some good candidates out there for a head coach job this season. And I think that Giants fans have a lot to be excited about. Eventually Cam Scadaboo going to come back.
Dart's playing well.
Yeah, Jackson Dart, when he's not concussed, his playing well. He's going to have to learn to slide a little bit better, I think.
Yeah.
However, again, I think that Giants fans, at least from the offensive perspective, have a lot to be excited about. They also, they've got a young defensive line.
Brian Burns is playing well too.
Yeah, I think they're just young on defense. And if they can get somebody in there that has a better idea of what's going on the defensive side of the ball, I actually think the Giants are going to be okay. And, but to be completely honest, it's not going to happen this season.
No.
It's not going to happen this season. You already got 8 losses and you got a lot of season to go.
And they were blowing a lot of leads. I think that was one of the biggest nails in Brian Dable's coffin was you're leading in a lot of these games and then you lose them.
Well, and they should have beat Chicago.
They should have beat Chicago
this last week.
Yeah.
So, next on my list, I have Travis Hunter out for the season. Initially, they just thought that he was going to be out for a few weeks. He was out for the season. Now, season-ending LCL surgery. So, you're gonna need to be looking for a new wide receiver if you drafted him in your fantasy league. Travis Hunter out for the season. Miles, what you got?
We're going to go to another wide receiver. I got 3 of them. This league is getting depleted this year. Garrett Wilson, he's got a knee. He's going to be missing this week's game. So fantasy owners, maybe be sniffing around. Zay Jones, I don't imagine a lot of fantasy owners own him, but He hurt his Achilles. He's done for the year. So that's not a big loss for the Cardinals, but still, it's a body in a room where Marv just got surgery for appendicitis, so he's going to be out. So Achilles is a tough injury.
Oh yeah.
To overcome for sure.
Totally.
We're seeing a lot of it more nowadays.
Well, and that's that's not like it's not like ACL where that's okay. You're done for the season. You're done for like 2 seasons.
Yeah, exactly. And then Devontae Adams, he's got an oblique. We kind of saw him limp off the field. I thought maybe like it was something with his back, from what I saw.
Right.
But yeah, oblique kind of surprised me. But still, it's not like an injury that's you can just write off. So yeah, big loss. And just being depleted. Speaking of big losses, we're gonna sprinkle some NBA in here.
MDA.
MDA.
We're gonna sprinkle some MDA into here.
Let's do it. Yeah, Nico Harrison, big loss coming up. Yeah, he might be doing some MDMA after this. He's unemployed. He made sure to update his Instagram bio.
Well, I don't think I'm not sure the NBA drug tests the same way that the NFL does.
No.
But man, it is time for the roast of Nico Harrison. If you guys don't know, Nico Harrison is or formerly was the GM of the Dallas Mavericks. He is very famous for last year's move to trade Luka Doncic to the Lakers for Anthony Davis.
And what was it? 1 first-round pick?
And a first-round pick, yeah. Man, what terrible move. I mean,
they were 18 months ago. They were just in the finals or something.
Right.
Like they were just there. And he said to a reporter, like at that time, "Time will tell if I was right." And time has told.
Time has told. You're right. You were wrong, Nico. You were wrong, just like we all knew you would be. And you know what? So we're going to let you have it a little bit. Go ahead, Miles.
Yeah, Nico's trade strategy was like a Tinder date. Looked promising at first, but by mid-season, everyone wanted to ghost him.
Oh, sorry. Hold on. I forgot.
Gotta get it wrong.
Yeah, my bad. The last thing Nico built in Dallas was tension.
Yeah, not what you want. Even Mark Cuban's Shark Tank instincts couldn't save that investment.
Nico said, "We don't need a generational superstar. We have Belief." Turns out Belief shoots 27% from 3.
Ooh. Yikes. The only thing that trade built was Nico Harrison's LinkedIn activity.
Dallas fans went from "we're contenders" to "at least parking is easy now." Well, parking might be easy, but you know it's not easy? The dual threat bet.
No.
All right, guys. So the dual threat bet, man, Miles and I have not really gained any ground in a long time.
I've been 2 games ahead of you for a while.
For a long time, yeah. For most of the season, it seems. I am currently 3-11. And Miles, you are 5-9. So we both won last week. My bet, we had the Rams-Niners game, and my bet was Devontae Adams anytime touchdown. And Miles, if I'm not mistaken, you had Matthew Stafford plus 234.5.
Correct. Yeah.
And yeah, both hit. So
yeah.
We both won, which is, I'm happy about that because at least I'm not going down a game.
Right.
But at this point, I'm pretty nervous for the beer mile. I'm hoping that in these next couple weeks, I can still gain a little bit of a ground on you,
Yeah.
But this week it's rivalry week. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Yeah. Rivalry week.
Yeah.
And it's the Niners versus the Cardinals. As you all know, Miles is a fake Cardinals fan.
Yeah,
he's got all of his bills. He's got all these bills bracelets on.
Yeah,
and,
I was gonna address this in the first segment. But
I wore my
forgot.
Niners gear specifically for you, dude. It's
I know.
rivalry week.
I know it's rivalry week, and
Rivalry week.
yeah, I honestly I didn't even think about it. So that's my bad. But yeah, let me give some context to these Bills bracelets. So at my work, there's a supervisor. You know her.
Mm-hmm.
Name is Mish. And she is a Bills fan. Every week we pick a game that we both disagree on, and whoever wins that game, the loser has to wear the other team's bracelet.
So what was the bet this last week?
So this bet last week was Houston and Jacksonville.
Ooh,
and I took
one.
Houston, so I won that. So she's wearing her bracelet at work, but
what's the deal here then, Miles?
So, she watches our show, or at least she watches the clips because she screenshots everything and sends them to me. And on the weeks that I lose, I haven't been wearing them on the show.
So this is for her. So you're making up with
so
it with the 4.
I'm making up.
Okay.
I got all 4 here. I got all the jewelry. And so I'm just making it up for her. She doesn't believe that I'm a forgetful person. Like if I take it off at home and then I come here and I just don't have it on, it doesn't cross my mind. Maybe it's just a ruse to make sure she watches the show, Mish. So that's the context behind this. I'm not
sorry, Mish, you're getting called out right now.
Yeah. I'm not a fake Cardinals fan, believe me.
Jared does not approve of this message.
I'd much rather root for this team than the Cardinals, but my loyalties are too far gone or too far in, so I can't switch up now. But yeah, I'm just making up for some lost time here. So.
Dude, this is like the first week that I haven't seen you wear Arizona gear.
I'm usually wearing something
almost since we started.
Yeah.
Like I normally wear like some pretty plain clothes on the show, but you're always decked out.
Yeah.
You know, I went out of my way to dress up for you today. You kind of let me down.
Well, you know.
Here, you know what?
never have to dress up for me. I'll accept it.
Flag on the play.
Yeah, I'll accept it.
Yeah, flag on the play.
Automatic first down.
Mm-hmm.
You never have to dress up for me, Jared.
I like to look good for you, Miles.
Thank you.
All right, man. It is time to pick. So Niners Cardinals this week, rivalry week, rivalry week.
The Wivals.
Okay. All right, let's see. What do I got here? Can I pick a new one?
Why?
Look at this and tell me if I can pick a new one.
Oh yeah, you can. I was actually thinking about that because he's not playing. He drew Marvin Harrison for 60 and a half receiving yards.
I appreciate you. I appreciate the grace.
Yeah, no.
Because that kind of takes the fun
out of it an automatic
a little bit. Yeah. All right, new one. Okay. All right. Not upset. Especially considering that he's out. What'd you get, Miles?
I got Kittle anytime touchdown.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one. And honestly, it's probably going to happen.
I think so.
Well, we're staying on the topic of tight ends because I got Trey McBride plus 65 and a half receiving yards. So
I think that's a smash.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. With no Marv, especially.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. No Fred Warner to guard him.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's a good one.
And for yours, Juwan Jennings is the only 49ers wide receiver to score a touchdown this season.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm pretty sure that Kittle's chances are pretty high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless we have a Jake Tonjes legacy game where he scores like 3 touchdowns.
Well, speaking of legacies, man, I think it's time to talk about our next guy's legacy. All right, guys, it's time for a new segment that we got here.
Mm-hmm.
This segment is called the Weekly Wild Card. And basically, this is just an opportunity for Miles and I to go over topics that are within the realm of sports. Sometimes it's on the field, sometimes it's not.
Yeah. We have an interesting one that's not.
Yeah, we got a really good one for the third topic, but we got 3 topics here that we want to cover. And the first one is Kyler Murray. And I know that normally when I talk about Kyler Murray, I'm usually giving him the business, but this time I'm not going to. We're going to talk about something else. And
That's so nice.
I know. I know. Does it feel good, Miles?
No, I'm mad at him.
Yeah, I would be too.
I'm mad at him.
But we're gonna talk about Kyler Murray in the sense that his sports career may not be done. Yes, I think that he's out in Arizona.
Yes,
right. The writing is kind of on the wall with that. Like they have not played well with Kyler Murray this season before he was injured. I don't think he's coming back this season. Yes, the Cardinals got blown out by the Seahawks last week, but I mean, let's be honest, the Seahawks are playing really well right now, and wasn't surprised to see that. Doesn't matter who's at quarterback for the Cardinals.
No, and the offense has been way more productive with Jacoby under center, and I've seen a lot of controversy within Cardinals like media of like, well, so Kyler wasn't the problem, huh? And like, I'm like, guys. If Kyler was playing that game, maybe he doesn't have 2 strip sacks for touchdowns because he's just going to dive to the ground if he sees somebody coming after him. But he's notorious for throwing picks against Seattle.
Right.
So it's like, how, like, are we really like patting ourselves on the back for like maybe we wouldn't have lost as much if we had Kyler? Like, that's to
garbage. Be completely honest, Miles, I think it probably would have been worse.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
He is so susceptible to pressure, especially from the interior. And if you got Leonard Williams, it's just a bad recipe for him. So, like you said, writing's on the wall.
Yeah. But this topic is not about Kyler Murray's football career. This is about his baseball career, actually. So, as many of you probably know, Kyler Murray got drafted by the Oakland A's. Back when they were in Oakland. They're currently playing in Sacramento with plans to move to Vegas. They're building a stadium there, and they're going to be the Las Vegas A's. And they still own his rights.
Yeah.
They still own his baseball rights. Kyler Murray was a pretty decent baseball player. I mean, to some degree, at least. I mean, he was the 9th overall pick by the A's in 2018, his last season with Oklahoma. His last season with Oklahoma, he was batting .296, which is pretty decent. I could tell you right now that there's a lot of pros right now that aren't batting .296. So he had 10 home runs, 47 RBIs, and 10 stolen bases. And again, like I said, he was drafted 9th overall by the A's that year. So after Kyler was drafted, his original contract was for $14 million. On top of that, he also would have received a $4.66 million signing bonus. Of course, we all know the story of what happened there. He signed a 5-year contract with the Cardinals for $230 million, $160 million guaranteed. Now, here's what's interesting about that. If Kyler decides to step away from football and go play baseball, his $160 million guaranteed is completely void.
Yeah.
But I mean, if the man still wants to play sports and he could be a good outfielder and he could still hit, maybe that's the move. We've seen a lot of baseball or a lot of football players over the years move to baseball and make a big impact.
Yeah.
So,
well, and the longevity would suit him much better in the MLB than the NFL.
Right.
And however you want to look at it, if his NFL career or legacy is tarnished, if there's any team who would be even willing to take him, trade for him, he could get outright released.
Right.
And at that point, it's kind of like, does he take that time to make the transition and go play the other sport he was drafted top 10 in, to where he can play for a long time? Longer than the NFL.
Right.
I would assume. I wouldn't see Kyler playing another 10 years in the NFL as opposed to if he made the switch. And it's just going to be easier on his body. You can still make a lot of money in the MLB for sure. So it would not surprise me. I don't think he would do it. I don't think he would
I'd
switch.
be surprised if he did, because even if he stays, right, $160 million guaranteed.
Yeah.
Right. So the amount of money they'd be missing out on, and it just depends. Some guys just want to play.
Yeah.
So we'll it'll be a little bit telling of his character, but I also don't want to attack his character too much because for 160 million guaranteed,
would say
I'd choose to not play baseball.
Yeah,
so
for sure, 100%. So I think he's gonna stay in the NFL for the foreseeable future. So, does that wrap up the Kyler Murray? Do you have anything else to say on that matter?
No, man. Let's move on to the next one.
Okay, yeah. So we've discussed this before. The controversy with the tush push has been at an all-time high, and their most recent game against the Packers just brought it to light again. And Jared did some research on this.
Yeah, because we were gonna, when we first started talking about this, we were talking about this yesterday. When we first started talking about this, we were gonna rip them to shreds. And after we got some of these statistics, I don't know if I've changed my opinion on it, but it definitely put some things in perspective for me. So
yeah, 100%. So, and I don't blame the Eagles for this.
Right.
It's like they're.
You know what I do blame the Eagles for, real quick, is running the play 4 straight times.
That's
it's
gross. Efficient, but it's boring.
Yeah, that's gross.
So I don't blame the Eagles. Like if there's a play where you can jump. Right. And the officials you're gonna have an advantage and you won't be at the mercy of the officials. I would run it too, especially with how successful it is. It has a 90% successful attempt rate when they run it, opposed to other traditional QB sneaks where it only succeeds 67% of the time. So they have it nailed down like to a T.
Right.
And so the play itself doesn't bother me. It's the way it's officiated. But
and it makes it tough for as a fan. You're watching, if you're not an Eagles fan, you're watching your own offensive linemen get called right and left for false starts. But you're watching these Eagles players lean early. And after some research that we did yesterday, we actually found out that players can legally lean forward and be in motion as long as they are not simulating the snap. And that's what a lot of officials are seeing, and that's also what we are seeing as you're watching. And it looks like a false start, but really they're not false starting apparently. And officials are instructed to specifically not call this because it's technically within the rules.
Yeah.
Do I think that it's wrong? Yes.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah. But technically they're not doing anything wrong.
So. Well, I mean, they're executing it in a way where it's not going to be apprehended. So that's, again, I don't blame them for that, but it is frustrating to watch because if you think about it on the other side of the ball, a defensive lineman can't lean early.
Right.
They're going to get penalized. So it's like that advantage on a play that's already so hard to stop just makes it unbearable.
Right.
So, and I really don't agree with that either. Like
that. And we also looked at the statistics for what the real percentages of what missed calls, and really it's only about 8 to 12%. So only about 1 in 10 tries, or 1 in 10 attempts that are true false starts are actually
being called.
Yeah. Or excuse me, 1 in 10 reps where someone actually moves early. So where it's a true penalty.
Right.
So, it's unfortunate. We don't agree with it as we've stated, but technically they're not breaking the rules. And so it makes it tough even now for us to sit here and kind of rip on them.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were disappointed because we came in hot and heavy on that one yesterday when we were talking about it.
Yeah, I still think it needs to be evaluated
100%.
At the end of the year.
Yeah.
These rules are too beneficial towards that. So I think if it's going to stay, it needs to be changed for sure. So, but we have one that's off the field that is very interesting that Jared typed like a whole doctoral thesis on, which is very deserving because it's crazy, man. Former wide receiver Antonio Brown.
Yeah, everyone's favorite off the field wide receiver, Antonio Brown. So as many of you may know, Antonio Brown is being charged with attempted murder. We all remember Antonio Brown. He's a great wide receiver with the Steelers. Obviously, there's no medical evidence to support this, but pretty sure that after he took that massive hit from Vontaze Burfict years ago, he suffered some pretty serious CTE. And this is strictly an opinion. This is not facts. I want to say that right now because
I think it passes the ear and eye test though.
Yeah,
with the way
right.
Like the things he said and done
and has done. Yeah, right. Went to the Patriots. Obviously had an interesting career there. Then went on to play with Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. Again, interesting career there as well. He ended his career by taking off his jersey and swinging it over his head while he danced out of the end zone, out of the stadium mid-game, and later went on to post pictures with Tom Brady's ex-wife, Giselle Buchanan. So a lot to be said about Antonio Brown. If you follow him on Twitter or on social media at all, his posts are probably the funniest thing that you've ever seen, maybe next to Le'Veon Bell.
Another former Steeler.
Another former Steeler. Man, what happens to people in Pittsburgh?
I don't know, man.
That is something else.
There's something in the water.
Yeah, something about Pittsburgh. But we're here to talk about his attempted murder charges. So if you guys don't know, I'm gonna go through the whole thing with you guys. So May 16th, 2025, Brown was in a fist fight with a man at a celebrity boxing match in Miami before grabbing a security guard's gun and firing at the man. One bullet did graze the victim's neck. Now, at this point, he had not been arrested. It wasn't until May 21st when the victim gave a statement to the police, and Brown was arrested in Dubai, and shortly after was where he was living, by the way, was shortly after extradited to, what is it, New Jersey? And
I believe it was.
And then moved to Florida. He is charged with second-degree attempted murder, which carries a maximum of 15 years in prison and a $10,000 fine. I mean, it kind of sounds like that should be more. 15 years does not sound like that much for attempted murder. Despite a career earning, and so this is what's hilarious. This is the part that's kind of funny. So, earlier this year, Brown declared bankruptcy, or he tried to anyway. So despite a career earnings of $80 million, Brown recently filed for Section 11 bankruptcy in May with only $50,000 in assets, which owing almost $3 million to creditors. $1.2 million of that debt is owed after a civil suit with a truck driver that Brown assaulted in 2020. So almost half of that is just for the civil suit that he apparently has not paid. But he's living in Dubai, but whatever.
Right.
We'll just put
Makes
that one
sense.
on the back burner. Brown's bankruptcy case has also faced scrutiny. He's been accused of failing to disclose certain assets, including 3 properties that he transferred prior to filing, and interest in his social media handling. So he's obviously making money from social media. That's something that seemingly has not been declared. And then right before he filed bankruptcy, he transferred properties into someone else's name, obviously someone that he trusts, right? So that they can't be seized in the bankruptcy. So he obviously has the money, right? And now he's in this massive court case. This is going to cost him a lot of money. I think Antonio Brown is pretty cooked.
Yo, he's cooked for sure. 100%.
How do you blow $80 million?
I don't know, man, but you see it across all sports. These guys
crazy,
make generational wealth.
Can you imagine having $80 million?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that is so life-changing.
Yeah, totally.
And 100%. These guys just blow through it. It's really hard for me to wrap my head around.
Yeah.
But it's common for a reason, man.
Yeah,
so
totally.
He was a victim of that. He just can't seem to get out of his own way off the field. Especially now with the law. So, but we follow the law and the rule of land in our fantasy league where I am the king. Still number one, baby. I mean, and you were gushing to me last week.
Yeah, I was really hyping you up last week.
Yeah. Putting in your hair gel, like I was really touched.
Yeah,
that you thought about me doing that.
Did you tear up a little bit?
I did.
Your eyes looked a little watery on camera.
Thank you. Yeah. Well, I'm an emotional guy.
Yeah.
So, and even like making the clips last week, I was like, oh, that was really sweet. So, yeah, as I'm sitting right now, I'm 8-2, 3 games ahead of Jared. Let me just throw that out there. And yeah, it's just like, what can I say? I'm finding ways to win.
You are finding ways to win week in and week out. I had a pretty good week myself. I went 4 for 4 in all my leagues, which is the first time that's happened, I think, since like week 2. So pretty stoked on that myself. I had a really good week, even with all the injuries and buys that I had. I was able to throw some things together. Running backs, obviously, are pretty light right now. Wide receivers, we've talked about this, a lot of injuries on the wide receiver front. But I've got a couple things for you guys. First of all, I got some quarterback replacements, right? Some guys are going down with injuries, and on top of that, I also have some wide receiver trade targets for you. So if you've been a victim of the wide receiver injury bug recently, I've got some trade targets for you. So first and foremost, Marcus Mariota for the Washington Commanders, right? Jaden Daniels is down. Mariota stepped in, and he was doing pretty well when he stepped in. So in games that he's played, he's averaging 17.5 points per game. That's a pretty good number, honestly.
Yeah.
For Jacoby Brissett, that's my second target here. Averaging 21.48 points per game when he's playing. So, even with the loss to Seattle, he still has a really good average for quarterbacks. And if you need a guy to replace somebody who's down this week, maybe take a look. Jacoby Brissett, man.
100%. 100%. And that's all you got for
the
quarterbacks?
For quarterbacks, yeah. But I wonder, is Brissett's value going to take a hit now that Marv is down? Because we just found that out today.
Yeah, it could. It could.
Yeah.
But you got Trey McBride.
Yeah, that's true.
They got like decent. I know Zay Jones just went down, and he kind of had a little resurgence with Brissett under center, but Michael Wilson's, I think he's a good number 2. Greg Dortch is a good like gadget guy, so he's gonna be more involved by default.
Right.
And then they got guys like Xavier Weaver, and they're bringing up practice squad guys. So, it would take a hit, but it wasn't. I wouldn't even say that Marv was like the biggest breadwinner of Jacoby's fantasy production outside of that game against the Cowboys.
Right.
He's been playing good in spite of like him being locked up or him missing a game. So I think both things can be true with that.
If I'm telling you to pick him up, I hope he flourishes.
Yeah.
So I never want to steer anybody wrong.
Right. Yeah, you got all the wisdom here.
I'm doing my best, man. Next on our list, I got our trade targets, our wide receiver trade targets. So I put 2 things on the list here. I put Patriots wide receivers and Indy wide receivers. Both teams are popping off right now. Both offenses are on fire. Stephon Diggs, but I can't say his name, man. Is it
Javion?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not Booty.
It's not Booty.
We've already gone over this.
It's way more fun to say, though.
Yeah.
And then Indy wide receivers, man, Pittman and Pierce are top guys right now. Both put up huge numbers last week. They've been consistently putting up pretty decent numbers, so I'm hoping that they continue on those trends. Those are all guys that I would look to target. Even Douglas as a sleeper pick, maybe not so much a trade target, but I'm guessing that he's on waivers. If there are any injuries in the New England lineup, that's going to be the guy.
Yeah.
So,
and Drake May's been playing hot.
Right.
So.
Keep your eyes peeled there. Before we move on to our next one, I want to jump back to our last segment. I had one more thing that I wanted to talk about, and I forgot about this. And I want to be careful how I say this because we appreciate YouTube and we put a lot of our content out there, but I have been super disappointed with YouTube TV's
removal
removal of Disney. I know that they're currently fighting right now to get it back, and I appreciate what they've done. They've given their customers a $20 credit towards their next bill, which is, that's pretty cool. But
Yeah.
but if I have to pay an extra for ESPN now, or you know what I mean, or Disney Plus to be able to watch Monday Night Football
Yeah.
or Sunday Night Football too, that's really disappointing. And,
It is.
And I just hope that they are able to get it together and get ABC and ESPN back on, because I know a lot of people choose YouTube TV over cable.
Yeah.
So
yeah. 100%. Millions of people are in your same corner right now. Every time I go on the NFL, they're posting highlights from the game going on, and they're like, I'd sure love to watch it. Like, if YouTube TV could figure it out. YouTube, we love you. Please monetize us.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is disappointing. I had a disappointing week in game predictions this week. Did you have one more thing for fantasy?
No, man.
Okay,
that was it. Yeah,
I thought.
Yeah, thanks for the transition.
Yeah, of course. I thought I cut you off there.
No, you pushed us forward. Thank you.
Yeah. So we talked a lot about going 5-2 these past couple of weeks. I wasn't one of them, but you held up your end of the bargain. I went 3-4.
3-4. I thought you went 4-3.
No.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I went
Miles.
3-4. I got
Brutal.
screwed by the Browns, the Bills, the Giants, and the Vikings.
Okay.
So
Browns, Bills, Giants, Vikings.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Those
it
are
was
all
tough.
good picks too. Those were all good.
I mean,
picks.
like, who would have thought that?
A lot of upsets this last week.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like Browns and Jets. That was just kind of like
that was a
toss-up,
yeah.
throwaway,
Flip a coin.
I'm spacing who the Bills played, but if I remember correctly, that should have been obvious. Giants, they had that game in the bag, and then Vikings, that was just kind of like false hope with me drinking the McCarthy Kool-Aid. So yeah, but you stayed at 5-2, so
yeah, my two losses this last week were the Saints at the Panthers. I obviously picked the Panthers, right? They had a great week the week before. They took down Green Bay.
Yeah.
And then I was hoping for a Green Bay comeback, and they kind of blew it to Philly. So defense played well, offense not so much, right?
Right.
I'm sorry, I'm pulling up this Bills info for you.
I think
They
it was
played
the
the
Dolphins.
Sorry, yeah, you're right. It was the Dolphins.
Yeah.
I'm looking at this week 11. You're right. They lost to the Dolphins, and it was a bad loss too. It wasn't even.
It was not competitive.
No, not even
Not
close. I think it was like 16-0 at halftime.
Yeah.
So yeah, final score on that game was 30-13. How do you let the Dolphins put up 30 on you?
Who knows, man? Who knows?
That's brutal. Well, this week again, I went 5-2, and I think that it's time to put our hands together and pray for another 5-2 week, at the very least.
Yeah.
This week I got Cincy at Pittsburgh, so Bengals at Steelers. I'm taking the Steelers. Steelers are at home. Bengals are shaky. They're a shaky pick. You never know what they're going to do. I just think that Pittsburgh's a little more put together without Joe Burrow. Without Joe Burrow playing for the Bengals.
Right.
Next, I got Buffalo at Tampa. Tampa at Buffalo. I think that the Bills are going to be a little peeved. And I think they're going to want to come back for revenge. They're at home. It's a tough place to play. It's probably going to be snowing, right? It's starting to get colder. So even if it's not snowing, it's going to be chilly at the very least. And Tampa's from Florida, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And Buffalo is still fighting for. It's not a cakewalk anymore,
right?
In the AFC East, like they're not first place.
Well, and
they got to fight for it.
Tampa's beat up too. Tampa's super beat up, so I'm taking Buffalo. Next on my list, this is kind of a hot take. I'm taking Chicago at Minnesota. Taking the Bears.
Yeah.
So Minnesota did not impress me last week. They let us down. They let you down.
They did.
Specifically.
Yeah.
So I'm taking Chicago. I thought that their offense played well. We'll see if their defense can hold up. But JJ McCarthy didn't impress me last week like he did the week before. So we'll see what happens.
That seems to be the story with him.
Yep. Taking
so
Chicago
far.
on the road. Next on my list, I'm not sure I'll ever take Carolina again after that loss to the Saints. I was super bummed out about that. I'm taking Atlanta. Carolina is in Atlanta. I'm taking the Falcons. Next on my list, I got Seattle at the Rams, taking the Seahawks. Tough to do. I don't like picking them, but the Seahawks are one of the top teams in the league right now. The Rams are too. I'm not taking anything away from them. I just think that Seattle's defense is looking really good and their offense is playing pretty top notch. Then I got Baltimore at Cleveland. I'm taking the Ravens. And finally, I got the Lions at the Eagles. It's tough to choose against Philly, but I want them to lose.
Yeah.
I want them to lose. So I'm taking the Lions.
Yeah.
We're going to go with Detroit. Detroit had a tough week last week too. I think they're going to be looking for a comeback. They are on the road in Philly. So this is a really hot take, I think.
Yeah.
But if Detroit can get their run game going, I think they're going to be okay.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
And that was your last one?
Mm-hmm. What you got, Miles?
All right. You got the hard ones. I have some softballs.
I had a really tough week.
Well, I don't even know if I have softballs here. Commanders at the Dolphins. Dolphins did just have a good win.
Mm-hmm.
Commanders, no Jane Daniels, no Terry McLaurin. I'll go with Miami. I think Miami can pull out 2 in a row.
I think that's a good pick.
Yeah. We got the Chargers at the Jags. I think I'll go with the Chargers.
Mm-hmm.
Jacksonville, I just don't know how I feel about them. I think they're playing well, but they're also just a little up and down.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they just blew that game. Or wait, no. Gosh, my mind is all over the place. They were the one that blew that game against Houston, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
They just blew that game. So I assume they're going to be more buttoned up, but I'm still going to give the edge to the Chargers. Got the Texans at the Titans. As anemic as the Texans offense is, even though Davis Mills had like a legacy game, their defense is just too good. I don't see the Titans overcoming that. I'm going to take the Texans. And this is, I got our rivalry game.
A rivalry game?
Yeah. 49ers at the Cardinals. This is gross.
It is gross.
It's very gross. Cardinals just got smacked, and the Niners got smacked too.
Where's the game at?
In Arizona. So, but that's not really like some big deal. Arizona's
the Niners scored 3 touchdowns. They put up 21 points. So I wouldn't say they got smacked.
Well, what was the
38 to 13 is getting smacked.
Well, they lost 44-22, but that was a lot of garbage time. God, I don't even know. Where's the coin?
You're gonna flip the coin?
We're gonna do the coin.
All right.
I'll put my faith up to the metal.
All right, Miles.
All right. Do heads as the Niners and tails as the Cardinals. We're going Niners, baby.
All right.
Kittle anytime touchdown, he's gonna get 5. Chiefs at Broncos. I don't like the Broncos. They're 8-2 for
like the Broncos.
I don't hate them. I just don't like
fraudulent?
that they're like 8-2 and just
Bo Nix is your fantasy quarterback.
I know, and he makes me mad. He only gave me 7 points last week. Gosh, I think they'll be in for a bit of a rude awakening. I'm gonna go with Kansas City on the road.
All right, not a bad pick either. That's a tough one.
Yeah, Cowboys at the Raiders. Raiders' offensive line is bad.
Yes. It is.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Dallas.
You have to.
I have to go with Dallas.
Yeah, there's no way
on Monday Night Football.
2 terrible picks, but you got to go with Dallas.
Yeah, 100%.
Is that your last one?
That was my last one. Yeah.
Right on, man. Well, guys, we are heading into the 4th quarter of our podcast, and we finally get to do a segment that we have not got to do in a few weeks.
Yeah.
Guys, we're doing the fourth quarter question of the week, and we're so stoked to be able to do this. We're going to kind of mix it with another segment that we wanted to do called Start Bench Cut. And our Start Bench Cut is fast food.
Yes.
This week. So, Miles, go ahead and why don't you tell us about the guest that we're going to have on here?
You guys have met him. His name is Ethan. He is another 49ers fan. He had...
Whoop, whoop.
What's that?
Whoop, whoop.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm in enemy territory. Yeah, I believe he asked about Russell Wilson last time he was on, saying like how long we thought he was going to start. And I believe that came right off of his crazy performance against Dallas.
And I gave him some not very good advice
about Cam Scatterbo.
Yeah. I had to roll that back.
Both of us were wrong. He was actually right about, I think he had it on the dot of like Russ was going to be benched after week 4.
Yep.
And I'm pretty sure he was.
The man knows ball.
Yeah.
Man knows ball. So,
I mean, we've all had to watch him for far too long in the NFC West.
Right.
Russell Wilson. So we would think we know him pretty well. But yeah, I just didn't foresee it if he was going to be replicating games like that.
Right.
So, but yeah, he gave us 3 questions, 3 that we liked, and we let him pick the one. I don't know if you heard which one he was picking. I don't know.
He's gonna decide. So
okay.
Yeah, so it's kind of a mystery.
All right.
So let's give him a call.
Hey boys, how's it going?
Hey Ethan, you're on with Young Broadcaster and Miles on the mic. How you doing, man?
Hey, long-time listener, second-time caller. Let's get into this.
Oh, what a throwback.
Yeah, I was gonna say flashback.
Yeah, what an elite pull. Ethan, how you doing, man?
Good, man. How you guys doing?
Oh man, we're living the life. So you had 3 good questions for us, and we are going to be at the mercy of what you decide to choose. So, which one called your fancy?
I think I'm most interested in the sports gambling. What we've been seeing, point shaving, and will it come in affect the NFL at some point? Because we've had 2 Cleveland pitchers just get caught in an investigation. We've had Terry Rozier and Chauncey Billups get caught in another gambling thing. So I'm just wondering, how and where do you guys think it will come in for the NFL?
If it hasn't already, then it's got to be soon, because it's just, I think there's just too much evidence right now.
Can I throw my opinion out there real quick?
Yeah.
The NFL is an entertainment business,
so they can do it.
Let's just put this out there right now. The NFL is an entertainment business, and I think they're already doing it, and I think that people just don't care. And I don't foresee anything coming of it, because the NFL is hundreds of billions of dollars in revenue. It's not going to, I don't think it's going to affect it at all.
No.
It's not like baseball and basketball, man. The NFL is a juggernaut, is an American juggernaut that is on another level. I think that I think you're right, Miles. I think that we are already seeing it. And you watch a game and you see some of the calls that are out there.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Well, and it's just insane how accurate Vegas is with these spreads. Sorry to interrupt you, Ian. I just wanted to throw that out there. It's like, it's insane how accurate it is. And with all the sports betting going on, I think it's very ironic that they're going to fine and suspend players for gambling. But then, like, you'll see that on a ESPN news coverage, and they'll go to break, and it's going to be a DraftKings ad or an Underdog Fantasy ad, to where they're promoting the very thing that they're trying to stray away from within their league. So I think it's just very ironic. Ian, what about you? What do you think?
It's hard for me, because I do think there's probably some of it going on in the NFL at the very least, but where is it coming from? Is it coming from a coach? Is it coming from somebody shaving points on stats, shaving points or stats? Is it coming from the league? Like, I
think it's coming at a high level, man. I don't think that it's coming at a player level. I don't think that it's coming in at a coach level. I think it's coming in at a higher level. It's got a league level, because even think about some of the really, really bad calls that we've had for the Chiefs in just the last few
Oh my
years.
God.
Like,
Yeah.
there's not even a statement from the NFL. Like, these are clearly terrible, terrible calls, and we're not even getting a statement from the NFL on it. So I think that it's coming at a really high level, and that's what my thoughts are. You know?
I agree.
Yeah. And that's also why it won't be investigated.
Yeah,
Right. That's why it won't be called out.
Yeah, I agree. It's coming from higher ups to where the coach might have to do something to adhere to that.
Right.
Like, first thing, and I'm not saying like this is what happened, but first thing that popped into my mind was like Dan Quinn keeping Jane Daniels in the game.
Mhm.
It's like, that makes no sense.
Years-
where you're losing that bad.
Years of Bill Belichick.
Yeah.
Years of Bill Belichick.
Years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, I mean, over and over and over again. And so I just don't think that it's at a low level. I think that this is a high level thing. Once again, you know, the NFL is an entertainment business, and they're going to do what they're going to do. And, you know, and I'm still going to watch. I'm still going to watch because I love football,
Do you
man.
think it's fully rigged? Do you think it's fully
No,
rigged?
I think that'd be too hard to pull off.
Knows who's going to win the Super Bowl?
Dude, these
Or
guys
they
are
think
making
they're
some
helping
pretty
teams win the Super
incredible
Bowl?
catches out there. Like, they're doing some pretty incredible things. But you know, you like even watching the Browns this last week. Are they really that bad?
Yeah.
Are they really that bad?
Yeah, to stay for that long.
Right.
It's like,
Mm-hmm.
I think it would be a very tall task to fully rig it and like everyone's in on it. But they are 100% nudging certain teams or certain players in a direction that will benefit the league and fill their pockets. You know, it's why like a Chiefs Eagles Super Bowl would be way more popular and pull in way more revenue than a Cardinals Browns.
Exactly.
It's like that small market teams, like they're not relevant, they're not consistently good.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, why like even if they were both really good that year, what's going to be more beneficial to them?
Right.
So I think they're 100% capable and 100% doing the little things that benefit them the most with stuff like that.
I agree. Do you think, and Ethan, you're welcome to answer this as well. Do you think that Vegas has a hand in a lot of that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Money
it's
talks.
Scary how accurate they are with some of these over-unders.
Yeah.
And just thinking about like even the tush push, for example, like you see even in real time, you see so many false starts and like encroachment penalties that are just not called.
Right. And we literally just talked about this before we called you. Yeah, man, it's just like their fingerprints are all over it. It's too big for it to be its own entity.
Right.
Like the NFL and Vegas are definitely in bed together. So it's gross. I don't like it, but like Jared said, even if it came to light, it's like it's not going to stop me.
And they've got the money to bury it if it does.
100%.
So yeah. It's for the NFL, it's almost not even worth like looking at this point, you know.
Yeah.
But you know what? Let's move on to a little bit of a lighter topic. Ethan, we're gonna do a micro segment here, and we'd like you to be a part of it if you're up for it.
I'm so ready, dude. I'm ready.
So we're gonna do a new segment here called Start Bench Cut, and the topic is fast food. So you might not be as excited for the fast food one, but this is
no, I'm excited.
Yeah, so this is what we picked. So Miles and I each picked one, or picked three for each other. But you're welcome to chime in, and if you have three that you'd like to throw out there, you're welcome to as well. But Miles, why don't you go ahead and start us off?
All right. So yeah, these are specifically catered to Jared. Ethan, I haven't seen you in a long time, so I don't know if you eat fast food. I don't know what your favorite is. So
it's a weekly occurrence.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're on the same wavelength. So Jared, start bench cut, Pizza Plus. That was like my junk, not fast, but junk. Taco Bell and Wendy's.
We're gonna start Taco Bell.
I figured.
Yeah, we're gonna start Taco Bell for sure. We're We're gonna bench Pizza Plus.
Mm-hmm.
Wendy's out the window, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well, you like their spicy nugs.
Contract signing bonus. I don't care, dude.
Yeah.
Wendy's your cut. Your cut, baby.
Yeah. I don't blame you, man. But those spicy nugs and that Pizza Plus ranch.
Yeah, that's what I'm
good.
saying, dude. The
Yeah.
Pizza Plus
Man.
ranch alone earns
so
it.
good.
Like
Ranch?
could earn it a starting spot.
Yeah.
But also Taco Bell is just too good.
Yeah.
Taco Bell is too good.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm cutting Taco Bell.
Oh,
Really?
Wow.
Wendy's is starting, dude.
Dude,
Wendy's is
Baja,
starting.
Oh, you're
Baja
starting-
Blast?
Wow.
You're going to start Wendy's over Baja
Wen-
Blast?
You got the frosty. You got the square patties. You got
Yeah,
the
yeah.
nugs.
You know what? They got some really good
Fresh, never
new
frozen?
Frosties, too. Some really good new Frosties going on.
Have you guys tried their spicy chicken sandwich at Wendy's?
No.
Ethan, have you tried that?
Yeah, it's very good.
Can we
It-
get
it is good.
sponsored by
Okay.
Wendy's?
That'd be sick.
After I
I've
just
never
threw
tried
them
it.
off my team.
You just put them on the cut, and you're like, "Can we please get sponsored by Wendy's?"
Yeah. I've never tried it. I have heard good things about it, but whenever I want a spicy chicken sandwich, I'm like, let me just go to Popeyes or Chick-fil-A or something.
Popeyes is pretty undefeated for the chicken sandwich. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Miles. It's my turn. I also had Pizza Plus on my list because the ranch is that good.
Yeah.
It's the ranch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. Another place with fantastic ranch is Wingstop.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think you knew that I was going to
Yeah.
pick Wingstop.
I did.
This is a
Just
this is a
had
wild
Wingstop,
card
too.
In and out.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Watch your profanity.
I think I have to start In and Out.
Yeah.
In and Out is just such
Goated.
a classic.
Goated.
It's good, it's
Yeah.
fresh, and it's way cheaper than both of those other options.
Totally.
They don't have a ranch. I'd love if they did, but their special sauce, like that Thousand Island on their burger, is just as good. I've ate there like
what's
my
your
whole life.
In and Out order?
As I've grown as a boy into a man, I have started getting the 3x3 more, and fries, and I don't get
Good man.
shakes.
Animal style or no animal style?
No,
What?
I don't.
No animal style.
That's too much.
If you're an
Oh,
if
no,
you're-
dude.
if you're doing
3x3 animal
and
style.
not eating it immediately, I think you're a psychopath.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. Like, I would need to get that by itself. But yeah, 3x3 fries, like a Dr. Pepper or whatever, and then I get the Flying Dutchman. Do you guys know about that?
No,
It's
please,
just-
please share.
Ethan, do you know about that?
I do know about the
Yeah,
Flying
the
Dutchman.
patty,
I thought
cheese
you'd been a
patty.
protein.
Yeah,
I thought you've been a protein guy.
Interesting.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's just patty, cheese patty. It comes in a little box. I would eat that on my drive home. And it's just, yeah, it's a classic.
All
Sorry,
right, so who you benching and cutting?
sorry. In and Out sponsor us. I'm honestly, I'm gonna have to bench Pizza Plus
Yeah.
because I've just been disappointed with Wingstop. I'm cutting them.
Me too. Me
Like,
too, honestly.
The thought, and I think I was talking to Key and Tate about this. The thought of eating Wingstop is better than eating the Wingstop.
I agree.
I
Yeah,
feel
it's great
horrible
when you're
after-
like super hungry,
Yeah,
but yeah, I just feel terrible
Mhm.
afterwards.
yeah, and the fries are always like it's inconsistent.
Mhm.
I think the wings are
Yeah, but
consistently
what flavors
good.
are you getting at Wingstop is the question. I think this is the biggest
That-
question. What flavors?
So this is gonna sound like I'm a very vanilla guy. I love their mild, like the garlic parm, and I made an effort to like, and we would eat Wingstop a lot at work.
Mhm.
We
Right.
tried the Mexican spice. You got me on the Korean barbecue.
Yeah,
right?
Korean barbecue's really good.
There's like original hot's good.
lemon pepper's really
Lemon
good.
pepper-
That's super basic.
the
But I do
Louisiana
go
dry
to,
rub.
dude.
is pretty
Louisiana
good.
dry rub is
So
good.
it's like I've tried a lot of the flavors, but like if I were to leave here right now and go, I'd probably get mild and garlic parm.
You know the problem with Wingstop is like after you're done, like you can't do anything else. Like
Yeah,
you feel so sluggish and
Yeah.
just like so. Like I need to go lay down.
Yeah,
You know.
you think about what you just did.
Right. Yeah.
Ethan, what about you?
You think about the app. I think I have to go with the same thing you do.
Yeah.
Like I love Wingstop, but Pizza Plus and In-N-Out are two better options.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yep.
100%. 100%.
Do you have a start bench cut for us, Ethan?
okay. So I was thinking about this. Five Guys, Juicy's,
Okay.
or the awful awful.
What was your second one?
Juicy's.
Okay.
Okay. I already know mine. So I'm a little bit older than Miles, if you guys don't know, and so I was able to experience awful
Had it once.
to a little higher degree, and that is so good. Love an awful.
I'm still chasing the awful.
Yeah,
Like,
it was so greasy though. Like it was a heart attack on a bun.
Yeah.
But
I was 12,
have you
so I
ever
didn't
seen
care.
have you ever seen that episode of Fresh Prince where he's like trying to show them like what a true cheesesteak is, and he's like, if the grease isn't covering the whole bag, it's not even a real cheesesteak.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about the awful.
Mhm.
Like you get the awful and the whole bag is just grease.
I've had it one time. I really don't remember it very much.
It was that good.
Juicy's I haven't had in a long time either.
I'm
But
cutting.
I
I'm
remember
cutting
it more.
Juicy's.
I'm
I'm starting five. Or
I'm starting-
benching Five Guys.
really okay. I'm gonna
Yeah.
start Five Guys.
Okay.
I will bench the awful just by reputation, and then I will cut Juicy's.
Okay. All right.
I think
Alright.
I'm going Juicy's, Five Guys. No, sorry, Juicy. God, it's so hard. You know what? No, we're doing awful just because I remember how good it is.
Yeah,
Then
there
it's
we
Five
go,
Guys,
Ethan.
Then it's Juicy's.
Okay. Yeah. I thank you for throwing Five Guys in there because that's such a staple.
Five Guys
so
is pretty
expensive, but
good. Yeah, it's
like-
the price point for me.
but it's like
Yeah, but you get breakfast, lunch, and dinner with Five Guys.
yeah, 100%, dude. Well, like the grease factor, they throw those fries in that bag, and you like
Right.
you look up and at the bottom of the bag, and you feel a little gross, but you're like, yeah, yeah,
Listen, if I don't have to
just give you
triple
whole
bag my
bags of
burger,
fries.
I don't want it.
yeah. What'd you say, Ethan?
They just give you full bags of fries, which I
Yeah.
think is one of the best.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
Yeah, 100%. That was I like that.
All right. Now, where would you put In-N-Out in with those four?
Just for burgers.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
can we have a second string?
Oh yeah, that's a good question.
No, you got to eliminate two. You got to cut two.
Start second. Yeah, cut two.
Mhm.
Okay. I need I think it's awful first still, and then I don't know. Five Guys and In-N-Out is a tough choice. I think solely on price, it's got to be In-N-Out.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm the same
solely
way.
on price.
I will take price out of this just by taste alone. I would go Five Guys, In-N-Out, awful,
Okay.
and then so I'll cut awful and Juicy's.
Okay. All right. Yeah, it's fair.
So, but awful, I know it closed down, but doesn't it still exist in a way? Like it's in a casino or something?
They do
Yes.
still sell the awful in the little nugget, but it's not the same.
It
just-
is
it's
not the same as it
Okay.
used to be. But you know what? Hey, Ethan, thank you so much for joining our show, man.
Yeah,
We
thank you.
appreciate the betting insight,
Thank you,
and
guys.
thank you for joining our start bench cut. We really appreciate
Thank
it.
you so much. I really love being on the show. I love listening to it. You guys are doing awesome.
Oh,
Hey, man.
thanks,
Well, we love you, man, because you are probably like top 2 fans that
Yeah,
we have.
Your
Like,
engagement's
yeah.
very like touching. So
Uh-huh.
Always.
The only
Always.
other person that I would say maybe outranks you fan wise is probably Marla, and
Yeah, your
that's me.
girlfriend.
Yeah. Well, okay. Marla listens to our show on every single platform every single week.
oh, nice.
Yeah.
that's
so
sweet.
yeah, she puts a lot of effort into.
What a legend.
Yeah,
Yeah. What
a
she
legend.
totally is a legend.
Yeah.
She's very supportive, and I appreciate her a lot. So I can't say you're number one, but definitely number 2. Ethan, we definitely appreciate you, and we appreciate your fan engagement, man.
100%.
Appreciate you guys. You guys do great work. Can't wait till next time.
Oh yeah, and go Cardinals.
Go Niners.
Niners, baby. All right, take care, Ethan.
We're probably gonna figure out a way to lose this game. But anyways, you guys have a good day.
All right, peace
All
out.
right, take
Ethan.
care, dude. Yeah, he's probably right, man. We're probably gonna lose our entire offensive line against you.
Yeah,
That's-
that would.
they're gonna
fit
step onto the field, and they're just gonna start piling.
Yeah,
up
yeah.
as they're running
somehow.
out of the tunnel.
Somehow, yeah.
Well, guys, thank you so much for joining our show. We really appreciate it. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, comment under our posts, comment under the YouTube video, under wherever you're listening. And again, hit that like button, and we appreciate you guys, and we'll see you next week.